Hello YouTube. This is in response to Elaine from Ireland on the importance of negative energy. And I feel a little self-conscious even commenting on this or video commenting after Spartacus' amazing response to you. But I'm going to do it anyway. And I think my response it's going to be a little bit different. Obviously, life experiences are different, so brings you from different places to different places. Anyway, generally speaking, I feel the whole positive energy, negative energy, powers of attraction thing has been hijacked, like most things in our society today. They've been brought to incredible extremes and commercialized, maybe is a good word for it. My first experience with the power of positive thinking was my grandmother. And when I was a teenager, she told me, my grandmother was a very strong woman, and she went through a lot in her life. And she told me when I was a teenager about reading the book by Norman Vincent Peale, or it was probably more of a pamphlet than a book, The Power of Positive Thinking. Because I asked her how she got through certain things in her life. Now, this is a woman who lived through not only lived through the Depression, but had 3 children to raise. And the way she told it to me was, while everybody else was losing their houses, the reason she didn't was because she and her husband, and my mother and Sib, lived in a tent, while my grandfather, quote unquote, built up a house around them. Think about that. And she was always so happy and so proud that her house wasn't taken away because she didn't take out a loan to live in a house. Now I could go on and on about following that example, but I got off that path and my house ain't paid for. Anyway, that has nothing to do with the topic really. My grandmother was an amazing woman, and my uncle, her oldest child, when he was grown and married with a family of 4, wanted to go back to school to become a doctor. And he asked my grandmother to please move in with them and support the family so that he could go back to medical school. And she really fretted as to how she was going to do this. She wanted to help him, but it felt like a monumental task to her. So she found this book, The Power of Positive Thinking, and she just set her mind to it. And my grandmother, who had already raised 3 children, and I didn't mention she divorced her husband at one point. So she raised 3 children by herself at a time that was not the normal thing to do. And then after doing that, moved in with my uncle and supported his entire family so that he could go to medical school. That's a pretty amazing thing. And she just kept a positive attitude. Now, her idea of a positive attitude was not attracting things to her, you know, uh, that would make her life easier. Her idea of a positive attitude was how to accomplish a goal that you set in front of you. A goal that sometimes seems impossible, and a goal that is for, let's say, the greater good. That's a lot different than, oh, I want a man. Gee, I want a house. Or, whatever it is that people are trying to attract to them. Um, as far as the positive, negative thing, I definitely think we need the negative to have the positive. You need something to push off of. The yin, the yang. As far as negative vampires, oh, definitely. There are definitely people out there. But it's a matter of perception and perspective. I'm sure that there are people in my life that see me as that negative force because of my views. In the state of where we are right now. They see me as Debbie Downer or whatever. Well, okay, that's the way it is, right? There are others that see me as an inspiration. And wow, that's an amazingly powerful thing to feel that somebody sees you as an inspiration. So we all bring our own moves to the dance, our own gifts to the party. And if some perceive us negatively, maybe they need to at that time. If they perceive us positively, great, you know. Um, However, I will say that I do believe, I have a phrase, don't bludgeon your way through life. I think sometimes people try too hard to make something happen because they just, if I just believe hard enough, if I just try hard enough, if I just whatever. And sometimes certain things just are not meant to be. And I could pontificate on that for a while, but I won't. So the idea there, I believe, is relax, go with the flow, and see where life is leading you. Throw it to the universe, whatever you want to call it. But if it seems like something you're trying to accomplish is too difficult, there might be a path that you hadn't thought of that actually brings you to a better place. At least that's the way it's been in my life. If I just, try and try and try for something to happen and it's just not working, I relax, I sit back, I go, whoa, okay. And 9 times out of 10, something way better than what I was trying to make happen happens. So I hope that adds something to your conversation. Love you, Elaine, and I'll be seeing you on the tube. Take good care, folks.